Tuesday, the 11th of February, marked Safer Internet Day. Insights from the Film and Publication Board, the FPB, show child sexual abuse material, or what is commonly referred to as child pornography and cyberbullying, are rampant, with statistics revealing that 24% of teenagers in South Africa have experienced cyberbullying. Held globally in February each year, SID was started as an initiative of the EU SafeBorders project back in 2004. It is now commemorated in around 150 countries worldwide. This also includes here in South Africa. For 2025, the online safety event is themed Together for a Better Internet. To get empowered on ways to make the internet safer for our children, let's bring in Polly Sekwala, who is a project manager at Digitify Africa. Polly, thank you so much for joining us on Point. We really appreciate it. Today's world calls on the use of technology. This includes children having access to devices where they can fall prey to child predators online. But the issue of them getting abused by this is clearly growing. Where do we stand as South Africa?
Thank you for having me. Okay, so we are dealing with one of the biggest challenges, which is obviously the stats speak for themselves. As Digitify Africa, we run a number of programs that try to address challenges around safer internet usage, especially surrounding young people, because we engage a lot with schools and we engage a lot with young people who we can we know that bullying is a challenge in schools for them. So with the programs that we facilitate, we try to address these challenges. We try to facilitate workshops where we talk about how to better navigate the internet, but also essentially for young people, for them to understand the importance around cyberbullying, the importance around privacy, the importance around, being a good digital citizen overall. So with the programs that we facilitate, we do try to address bullying and those other challenges. Just to, support other initiatives that are running programs similar to ours. Yeah.
Perhaps you could just take some time to educate ourselves and our viewers about what constitute child sexual abuse material, and how does one, as a parent, for instance, or a caregiver, a guardian, how does one identify that, okay, this is going overboard? How do children themselves, how do we empower children to be able to see that this is not on?
Very good question. I love the fact that we are also bringing parents and guardians into the picture, because what we always preach is that you need to have a very solid relationship with your kids. A relationship that also goes beyond, when you buy them a mobile device, when they start connecting online, know where and which platforms your children are engaging in. Know what they are doing. There's parental guidances that different platforms gives us. So as a parent, is very essential for you to have those conversations with your kids, to be able to say, this is appropriate behavior, this is not appropriate behavior. Stay vigilant when it comes to activities like this, or avoid doing things like this. We are not always with our kids 24/7, so we also just generally try to advise parents to form that relationship, so that even if you're asking your kids for a mobile device, you are able to go through it without them feeling like you are going overboard when it comes to their privacy, So it's a challenge, because there's a lot of scams that are online. There's a lot of dangers. But if you have that relationship, if you educate yourself around how to better navigate those platforms, we stand a better chance of, aiding those situations. Yeah.
As I was going through this earlier today, I realized that the change in wording of child sexual abuse material versus the word that is commonly known as child pornography, there seems to be a difference. Help us understand why it is most better to refer to it as child sexual abuse material, what the significance is thereof.
I don't have a great understanding around it in terms of why we are using that name more often than child pornography. I think I have to learn myself why, but yeah, I think with the Film Publication Board, they'd be best placed because I know they did a research around it, and they work a lot around stuff that has to deal with, you know, guidelines and safeties around child pornography. Our main focus as Digitify Africa is around cyberbullying and, you know, digital literacy, more so than with relations to child pornography.
Yeah, Polly, do you have resources for us that we could go through as parents and caregivers that we could read up when we're at home, or even apps that we can download to help if we are able to monitor what is happening in the phones and lives of our children?
Education is key. We do have one of our Kiso chatbot, which is a WhatsApp learning bot. So you just need to have a mobile device, access to WhatsApp, and then you download the number and you start engaging with the content. This is where, as a parent or as an educator, you learn about internet safety. So you are able to even impart the knowledge to your young ones. So to access the WhatsApp chatbot, we do have a number that you can take a note of. So the number is 076 593 7181. So once you have that number, just send a hi. You start learning about privacy regulations. You start learning about internet safety. There's a whole lot of content that you can engage with that will help you better position yourself when it comes to internet safety.
Polly, thank you so much for empowering us too. Polly Sekwala is a project manager from Digitify Africa, and we've been talking about Safer Internet Day, which was commemorated on the 11th of February.